Y'all know exactly why we're here. Y'all saw the title to the video. Today, we're gonna be checking out Justin Bieber's new album called Swag. There's about 15, I'm just playing with y'all. I couldn't help myself, bro. Clipse, that's why we're here. That's why y'all clicked on this video. More specifically, Chains and Whips featuring Kendrick Lamar. I managed to completely avoid the leaks that leaked a couple days ago. I managed to avoid the Kendrick verse that came out on that video about a month ago. So everything I'm about to hear right now is gonna be completely fresh. The Push verse, the Malice verse, and especially the Kendrick verse. So I'm really hyped that I managed to completely avoid it for about a month. And I'm sitting here today to get my genuine first reaction to the track, minus a couple bars that I've seen floating around here and there. I have heard the entire Let God Sort 'Em Out album that is out now. I've listened to it probably about 3-4 times now, and I don't want to do a review quite yet. I do want to sit with the album for about a week or so before I, land my opinion. I want to fully digest and take in the album. So I've listened to the few album about 3-4 times minus this track. I've had to skip over this track every time, which was unfortunate. So another reason why I'm excited to finally listen to it. And I do want to do another video doing like some of my favorite lyrics, maybe my favorite 15 or 20, maybe 25 favorite bars from the album. And I don't know if I'm gonna combine that video with the review or do them in separate videos, but either way, be on the lookout for that as well. And the last thing to get to before we get into the actual video, I am aware that they've been teasing a music video to go with this as well. And knowing my luck, as soon as I upload this video, they're gonna drop the music video. So either way, be on the lookout for that as well. Roll one up, hit that subscribe button. Let's get it. Hold up. Let me pull them lyrics up. If we got them. All right, run it back. Let's go. Shout out Pharrell on the production. The whole album been going crazy. It's like some Django shit.
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Beat the system with chains and whips. The irony in that bar. Because if you take it back to the slave days, obviously chains and whips, they were meant to enslave black people. And, the irony of it is saying chains and whips, cars and chains, beat the system with chains and whips. The irony is that chains and whips were used to oppress people back in the slave days. And now black people getting money, buying cars, buying chains, so buying literal whips, buying chains as well, and they beat the system by doing that. Or the result of beating the system is these chains and whips that they get to enjoy as their way of life.
Oh, it's just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips.
This is culturally inappropriate.
Love that tag too.
You run from the spirit of repossession. Too much enamel covers your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression.
Hey, I saw somebody say on Twitter, man, Pusha T raps like he's genuinely repulsed that you're not as rich as him, bro. And they do it in such a fly way because in comparison to someone like Rick Ross, I feel like a lot of the shit, he be talking rich, luxurious shit, but I feel like it's like almost not attainable, You know what I mean? Like the way he does it is way different than the way Push does it. The way Push does it is almost like arrogantly, like y'all better get your money up type shit.
Cover your necklace. I buy bitches, you buy them sections. You buy watches, I buy collections. Misery's fueling your aggression. Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling.
Facts.
Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that they...
Man says misery's fueling your regression. That misery, that pity party shit, that woe is me type shit, that's fueling your regression. Regression, you're going backwards in life. You're not evolving. You're not progressing as you should. Jealousy's turned into obsession. I mean, y'all know what jealousy is, you know what I mean? Where you kind of like envious of somebody, but it's not just a little bit of that. It's a full-blown jealousy that's turned into a full-blown obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. I love that because I think that's going back to the bar that he had in the POV joint, where he's talking about one of my favorite bars. You Zeus Network dudes, hear me loud and clear. Get these 5,500 hosting dudes out of here. Somebody needed to say it, bro. Somebody needed to take some sort of shots at Zeus Network and how degrading that whole thing is for black people, bro. And you could say it's entertaining or whatever, but it's the lowest hanging fruit of entertainment. And I think it's terrible for black people.
Jealousy's turned into obsession. Reality TV is mud wrestling. Some sign checks I know better than. Beware of my name that there's delicate. You know I know where you're delicate. Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching you.
He's talking to Jim Jones, I do believe. From what I've been seeing, everybody talking about a couple of these bars and stuff. I do believe he's talking about Jim Jones. Him and Jim Jones have had a back and forth for years. I'm not even sure exactly where it stems from, but I do know Jim Jones was talking shit in an interview, kind of minimizing Push and how dope Push is. And y'all seen the recent comments from Jim Jones about Nas. You know what I mean? So it's really not any surprise with this like arrogant as Jim Jones is. Arrogant and really doesn't have, he's just not who he thinks he is. You know what I mean? He's dope in his own right. He has certain accolades. Jim is just not who he thinks he is.
Crush you to pieces, I hum a breath of it. I will close your heaven for the hell of it. You think it'd be valor amongst veterans? I'm watching your fame escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant.
I mean,
you're chasing a feature out of your element.
I mean, what are we talking about, bro? You think it'd be valor amongst veterans. Push and Jim have been in the game for a long time. You think there'd be honor. You think there'd be like a common respect. Even if we don't agree on everything, you think it'd be a common respect between us since we're veterans in this game. We understand each other. I'm watching your fame escape relevance, basically saying you're slipping into obscurity. You're becoming more and more irrelevant as the days pass. We all in the room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. So I'm not sure if he specifically means like a certain feature, like someone was supposed to feature on a song or something like that, or I'm just not understanding it the correct way. But either way, man, like he's not going super hard at Jim in like a super aggressive way, but everything he's saying is cutting. It's scathing.
And those lab diamonds escape relevance. We all in a room, but here's the elephant. You chasing a feature out of your element. And those lab diamonds under inspection. The question marks block your blessings. It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be.
No tombstones in the desert. So he's just saying like, as you fade into obscurity, as you fade into irrelevance, there's not going to be anybody around you on the day that you die and shit. You're pushing people away. Is kind of how I interpret that.
It's no tombstones in the desert. I know by now you get the message. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put two and two. Your lucky streak is now losing you.
Hey, I'm really excited for this Malice verse too, because if you listen to the entire album, Push rapping his ass off. I'm not even trying to pit the two against each other. It's just been so long since we heard Malice. Yo, Malice when it's all said and done this year, he might go down as like the best MC in 2025. Every single verse that I've heard so far, just immaculate, bro. Malice going crazy, and I expect the same thing on this verse.
Oh, it's just getting rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. It don't take much to put 2 and 2. Your lucky streak is now losing you. Money's dried up like a cuticle. You're gasping for air now, it's beautiful. John 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals. And
John 10:10, that's the usual? Hold up, I gotta look that up. John 10:10 is the usual, he says. John 10:10 states, the thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came that they may have life and have it abundantly. Yo, combining the religious aspects with just like the evil, villainous aspects and shit is so dope, bro. I absolutely love the how these two complement each other. You know what I mean? And how they kind of even in their verses sometimes they like contradict each other, or they just have that duality of man. You know what I mean? I think they display it beautifully, man. John 10:10, that's my usual. Where you say y'all come to lie, kill, destroy, and shit. I come before you praying that you have abundance of life. You know what I mean? I love that shit.
And blow, they now viewing you. 10:10, that's my usual. Mamas is falling out in funerals. And bomb and blow, they now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was
the visuals too, bro. Mama's falling out in the funerals. You can picture a funeral, mama's passing out and shit because of the pain. Embalmed and below, they now viewing you. You ever seen a dead body? You know how that works. You get embalmed and your face their face kind of bloats up a little bit. They now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. When you when you kill somebody with the gun or whatever, you get rid of the evidence. Usually you throw it in like a body of water, or a sewer is another real popular choice and shit. They never find the gun, but the sewers do. You know what I mean? Because that's where they end up throwing the guns.
Mamas is falling out in funerals. And bomb and blow, they now viewing you. They never find the guns, but the sewers do. Bubbles was sick, he need medicine. Brought him back to life, now he dead again. Richard don't make watches for presidents. Just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been.
Richard don't make watches for presidents. I know presidential Rolly is a type of watch. Richard Mill is another type of watch. So there's probably some sort of wordplay in there. He said Bubbles was sick. He needed medicine. Brought him back to life. Now he dead again. I don't know if he's talking about someone in his personal life, but the first person that came to mind was Michael Jackson's monkey. I think his name was Bubbles. And I'm pretty sure that's not who Malice is talking about. That's just how my brain works. And
residents, just a million trapped between skeletons. This the darkest that I ever been.
That's
the
facts.
Diamonds make you taste peppermint. You thrive in the snow like it's the Revenant, and send orders back down to keep shoveling.
Yo!
Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. Oh, you talk about
this the darkest that I ever been. Just like I was talking about how you usually got pushed on the darker, more villainous, ominous side of things. And then you got Malice coming with like the religious type shit or whatever. He's still talking to shit, but it's kind of like that. It kind of balances out. You know what I mean? But Malice is saying that, yo, I'm back now. This is the darkest that I've ever been. This is the most evil that I've ever been. The most evil bag I've ever been in. The diamonds make you taste peppermint. They're just so cold. You know what I mean? They make you taste peppermint. You know, when you eat a peppermint, you get that like that cold rush in your mouth or whatever. You ain't thrive in the snow like it's the Revenant. Obviously, snow, reference to coat. Y'all know how the Clipse does. Like it's the Revenant. If you've seen the movie, Leonardo DiCaprio, he gets like left for dead and he trudges through the snow just to get his revenge. He sleeps in a damn bear. He kills a bear, sleeps in a bear or some shit. And you ain't thrive in the snow like it's the Revenant and send orders back down and keep shoveling. You ain't send them packs off and keep making more. Basically is what he's saying. Yo, all of this, Kenny ain't even got on the mic yet.
the snow like it's the Revenant, and send orders back down to keep shoveling. Uncle said, nigga, you must be sick. All you talk about is just get rich. Choke my neck, nigga, and ice my bitch. Beat the system with chains and whips. You know, get calling and look side to side like what did they say? And they ignore his voice and then you realize that the devil is talking.
Hey, I said shout out to Pharrell on the beats, but also shout out to Pharrell on the hooks. He laced probably like 4 or so hooks. He had a couple bridges, bridges, vocals or whatever sprinkled throughout the album. Amazing. His contribution, production aside, his vocal contribution, cherry on the top, bro. He I won't say glued everything together, but it took it up another notch. You know what I mean? And Pharrell's always been like that. Pharrell, he went on a streak where like every other year he was dropping one of my favorite verses. Move That Dope used to be the intro for this channel. Move That Dope with Push and Future. He has the best verse in that entire thing, bro. So shout out to Pharrell. Let's get in this Kenny verse.
You know, get calling and look side to side like what did they say? And they ignore his voice and then you realize that the devil is talking. I'm not the candidate to vibe with. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Roc Nation. How many Judases that let me down?
I love that, bro. Just showing love, respect, homages to the legends that came before him. The legendary Rakim. Let's be clear, hip hop died again. So hip hop died back when Nas announced that hip hop was dead. 2005, 2006, I want to say. Half of my profits may go to Rakim. He's just legendary status, been holding it down since the beginning, basically. What do y'all think about this theory out there that this verse is about or through the perspective of Donald Trump? I heard that my boy Jeremy Hecht had that theory, and a couple other people, said it made sense. So I'm trying to keep that in mind, in the back of my mind while listening to this verse, but I'm also trying to just take the verse, as is. Let's run it back.
Eyelids, kaleidoscope. I don't fuck with the kumbaya shit. All that talent must be God sent. I send your ass back to the cosmics. The things I seen under my eyelids. Kaleidoscope dreams, murder and sirens. Let's be clear, hip hop died again. Half of my profits may go to Roc Nation. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck.
That was the big line that was going around when the verse, I don't say got leaked, but that video of Pharrell and the Clipse playing this song, that was the big one that got released that everybody was talking about. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. And initially everybody thought that was the line that got this verse blocked by Def Jam, which ultimately led to Clipse leaving Def Jam and signing with Roc Nation. I don't think these are the bars. I think there's some other bars later in the verse that were more likely to have caused the censorship by Def Jam. But yeah, let's run this back.
Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how that again. Half of my profits may go to Roc Nation. How many Judases that let me down? But fuck it, the West Minds, we right now. Therapy showed me how to open up. It also showed me I don't give a fuck. The two-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genevieve.
Move niggas up out of here. This shit getting gentrified. Gentrification is when the city or I'm pretty sure it's a city thing, comes down and basically says like, yo, there's this poor part of town or whatever. We're gonna push y'all out so we can destroy the buildings and we can make a big Starbucks and shit like that so we can make our money, but we're gonna push y'all out. And it's generally poor, most of the time, like black communities that are most affected by that type of shit. But I just want to show love to the Punch when this first came out, when that video first came out. I think it was Punch. He was talking about what was it? Some other verse, nostalgia. It was the 10 scheme, and 9 times out of 10, niggas don't pay attention. And when there's tension in the air, 9s come with extensions. That 10 scheme, this one is the gen scheme. So he says, the 2-time Gemini, you can say Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect, the agenda of mine. Making niggas move up out of here. This shit getting gentrified. Crazy dope writing, bro. And not everybody can do that type of shit. And I don't even think he's done with that gen scheme.
I don't give a fuck. The 2-time Gemini with the genocide. I'm generous, however you want it. I'll be the gentle kind. Gentlemen and gangsters connect. The agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas. I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom.
Man, the gen scheme keeps going, bro. Heavy jeans like Genovese. The Genovese, like a royal family or something like that, I do believe. Drop your Pentagon. I don't know what the tie-in is there. Then show up at your gender reveal party and tell them, give me mine. I son dudes. Going back to the gender reveal shit. I am the general. Sticking with the gender reveal. Genovese. I son dudes. I'm the general. Wear my gin and juice. But you can also hear that as Gen and Juice. Referencing the famous Snoop and Dre song. Every song is the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. Yo, I shouldn't be surprised. I'm really not surprised, but this verse has been really hyped up ever since it got released, and it's living up to everything right now.
Gentlemen and gangsters connect, the agenda of mine. Move niggas up out of here. This shit get gentrified. Heavy jeans like Genovese. I drop your Pentagon and show up at your gender reveal. And tell them, give me mine. I son niggas, I am the general. Wear my gin and juice. Every song in the book of Genesis. Let the sonics boom. Niggas want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. I generate residuals, bitch. Get off my genitals. I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic. Screaming.
Dawg, this man is not stopping this scheme, bro. Tea on me, where here's the ginger root. Tea on me. I just had a nice glass of tea before this video as well. If you notice, my voice sounds silky smooth. No coughing. Not really hacking up anything, you know what I'm saying? Tea is kind of like a cure-all. That's going to be my new thing. Anyway, that's some other shit. Dudes want the tea on me. Well, here's the ginger root. You usually put ginger in your tea to enhance the flavor, whatever. I generate, again, sticking with the gen scheme. And also the ginger root, again, could be heard as ginger root. I generate residuals. I make money. Bitch, get off my genitals. Get off my dick. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. That's the generation. This is like current generation. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng. Heard it here. That's ginseng. Here comes the jinx. Ginseng. What's the tie into the must be full of that ginseng? I thought ginseng was good for you this whole time.
Get off my genitals. They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads. You must be full of that ginseng.
I love calling someone a dickhead,
they genetics
too.
Been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga.
Whoa! They genetics, sticking with the gen scheme, been synthetic. It's been fake. It's been non-organic. You know what I mean? It's been GMO. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. Genius is its own word or whatever, but genius with genetics, like the way he said that. Hold up, one sec, hold up. I might be reaching.
That ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall.
They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. Maybe I'm just making some shit up in my head, man.
They say I couldn't reach Gen Z. You fucking dickheads, you must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me light, a good year full of free will. Trunk card, tell me not to spare your life.
Yeah, see, that's the line that was almost confirmed by Push, was the line that made Def Jam be like, nah, we can't have this because, and it could have just been an excuse, I think he said, but mentioning Trump, you know, with the political climate of the world and everything like that, they thought maybe that's not such a good idea. But again, that might have just been an excuse to not have this verse come out. They genetics been synthetic, like I said, made up, screaming they genius. You're on that fake shit, but you screaming you a genius. You screaming that you like, you know, a mastermind out here. A finger wave, they all fall. Dudes is Jenga. Jenga's the block game where you pull the blocks out. But again, sticking with the Gen scheme, Jenga, just spelled different. God gave me light, a good year full of free will. So if you think going back to last year when the beef started or whatever, gave me a good year full of free will, just basically doing whatever I want. You know what I mean? He's saying that's what the last year has been. Just free will, doing what he wants. Trump card, tell me not to spare your life, motherfucker. So I don't know necessarily how the Trump card thing ties into not sparing your life, because the Trump card is basically like, I don't know how it works necessarily in cards, but the idea of it is like the one card that's above everything else. You know what I mean? It's like the most powerful card. Trump card telling me not to spare your life, motherfucker. Not fully connecting to me, how that ties in or whatever, but hard ass verse from Kendrick. Even if you take away, even if you're not paying attention to the Gen scheme, still a crazy verse by Dej.
You fucking dickheads, you must be full of that ginseng. Here comes the jinx, yeah. They genetics been synthetic, screaming they genius. A finger wave, they all fall. Niggas is Jenga. God gave me light, a good year full of free will. Trump card, tell me not to spare your life.
Hey, this could have been on Sinners too. Yeah, man, that definitely high expectations, very high hype. After, you know, initially got teased and everybody heard it and whatnot, I managed to avoid the listening to it before just now, and that lived up to all of the hype, man. Like I said, even if you're not paying attention to the scheme, that Gen scheme, still crazy impressive, but the Gen scheme just makes this one of the best verses that I heard in the entire year. Push did his thing as always. Malice did his thing as always. And I cannot wait to listen to this album and listen to this song within listen to the album now. Because like I said, I've heard the album 3-4 times now, but I've had to skip over this song every single time. And, you know, coming off the first song, that Birds Don't Sing track, which is just crazy emotional, and then to come into a track like this, I can't wait to kind of hear that juxtaposition within the album, man. So let me know how y'all feel about this track. Let me know how y'all feel about the album thus far. Be on the lookout for the review video. Be on the lookout for my favorite lyrics video as well. And as always, if it's not too dope, then it's probably mids.